There will come a time in life when someone will try to humiliate you in front of others. Maybe to break you, maybe to prove their power. But in that moment, your response will define who you are. Will you react with anger? Will you shrink in shame? Or will you rise above it with strength and dignity? You see, humiliation is not about what they say. It's about how you carry yourself after. Today I'm going to tell you exactly what to do when someone tries to tear you down in public, so that instead of feeling defeated, you walk away empowered. When someone tries to humiliate you in front of others, the first and most important thing you must do is stay calm and composed. Your initial reaction will set the tone for everything that follows. The person trying to humiliate you likely wants an emotional reaction: anger, frustration, embarrassment, because that gives them power over you. But when you control your emotions, you take that power away. It's natural to feel a rush of adrenaline when confronted in public. Your heart may start racing, your face may feel hot, and your mind may instantly jump to defending yourself. But before you react, take a deep breath. A few seconds of silence can be more powerful than any words spoken in haste. It gives you time to assess the situation and decide the best course of action instead of letting emotions dictate your response. Humiliation often comes with the intention of provoking you, making you feel small, or lowering your self-worth. But in reality, it says more about the person doing it than about you. If you let their words shake you, they win. Instead of falling into their trap, remain steady. Keep your facial expression neutral, your posture strong, and your voice calm. When you refuse to give them the reaction they expect, they lose control over the situation. Composure isn't about suppressing your feelings, it's about managing them wisely. It's about knowing that how you respond in that moment will either elevate you or drag you down. When you stay calm, you show that their words do not define you. You show that you are in control of yourself, no matter how much they try to shake you. And in doing so, you set yourself apart as someone who cannot be easily broken. Confidence is your shield when someone tries to humiliate you. It's not about arrogance or proving a point. It's about knowing who you are so deeply that no one's words or actions can shake your foundation. When someone attempts to embarrass you in front of others, they are hoping to see you shrink, doubt yourself, or feel small. But the moment you maintain your confidence, you rob them of that satisfaction. Your body language speaks before you even say a word. Stand tall with your shoulders back, keep your posture strong, and maintain eye contact. Avoid fidgeting, looking down, or appearing unsure. Because even if you feel shaken inside, projecting confidence will not only help you, but it will also make the other person realize that their attempt to humiliate you has failed. People will always remember how you carry yourself in difficult situations, and a strong presence alone can silence those who try to bring you down. Confidence is also about internal belief. You must remind yourself that another person's words or actions do not define your worth. Just because someone tries to insult you doesn't mean their words are true. The only way their humiliation can have power over you is if you start believing it. Instead, reaffirm who you are. Remember your strengths, your achievements, and the value you bring to the world. When you refuse to let humiliation break your confidence, something powerful happens. The tables turn. The person trying to embarrass you begins to feel uncomfortable because their tactic isn't working. Those watching will respect your ability to stand firm under pressure. And most importantly, you prove to yourself that no matter what anyone says or does, you are in control of your self-worth. When someone tries to humiliate you in front of others, your response can either escalate the situation or diffuse it. That's why responding with poise is essential. Poise is the ability to stay graceful, articulate, and composed under pressure. It shows that you are in control, not easily rattled, and unwilling to be dragged down by negativity. The first step to responding with poise is choosing your words carefully. When you feel attacked, it's tempting to fire back with anger or sarcasm. But reacting emotionally only gives the other person more ammunition. Instead, take a deep breath and respond with intelligence and control. Sometimes, a simple, calm response like, "I see what you're trying to do, but I'm not going to engage in this," can be more powerful than an argument. Other times, silence is the best response. Not every insult deserves a reaction. Sometimes the most dignified thing you can do is refuse to acknowledge it. Your tone of voice also matters. A steady, even tone shows confidence, while a raised or shaky voice signals frustration or insecurity. Keep your voice calm and firm, no matter how disrespectful the other person is. This not only helps you maintain control over the situation, but also commands respect from those watching. People admire those who can handle difficult moments with grace. Another way to respond with poise is by redirecting the energy of the situation. If someone insults you, instead of reacting defensively, you can turn it around with humor or a thought-provoking response. For example, if someone mocks your work in public, you could say, "I appreciate your feedback. Do you have any suggestions for improvement?" This shifts the power dynamic and forces them to either be constructive or back down. When someone humiliates you in front of others, it can feel like a direct attack on your self-worth. But in reality, these moments are opportunities. Opportunities to grow stronger, to build resilience, and to turn negativity into fuel for your success. Instead of letting their words or actions break you, use them as motivation to push forward. The first step to turning humiliation into strength is shifting your mindset. Instead of seeing the situation as a personal failure or a reason to feel ashamed, view it as a test of your character. Every great leader, every successful person has faced criticism, mockery, and humiliation at some point. But what separates them from the rest is how they used those experiences. They didn't let the opinions of others define them. Instead, they used those moments to become better, sharper, and more determined. You must also learn to detach yourself emotionally from the situation. When someone tries to humiliate you, their goal is to get a reaction, to see you hurt or embarrassed. But when you refuse to internalize their words, you take away their power. Instead of dwelling on the negativity, ask yourself, how can I use this to my advantage? Maybe their insult reveals an area you can improve on. Maybe their mockery gives you even more reason to prove them wrong. Some of the most powerful success stories come from people who turned their pain into purpose. They took every insult, every moment of humiliation, and used it as fuel to become unstoppable. When you adopt this mindset, no humiliation can break you, because you're too focused on rising higher. The stronger you become, the less the opinions of others will matter and the more unstoppable you'll feel. One of the most powerful things you can do when someone tries to humiliate you in front of others is to walk away with dignity. It might feel like you need to defend yourself, argue back, or prove a point, but sometimes the best response is no response at all. Walking away doesn't mean you are weak. It means you are strong enough to know when a battle is beneath you. When you engage in negativity, you give the other person exactly what they want: your energy, your attention, and your emotional reaction. But when you refuse to participate, you strip them of their power. They may try to provoke you, expecting you to lash out or crumble, but when you simply turn away and move forward, it sends a clear message. Their words have no effect on you. That is true power. Walking away with dignity is not about running from conflict or avoiding difficult situations. It's about understanding that not every battle is worth fighting. Some people thrive on drama, and their goal is not to have a meaningful discussion but to bring you down. Engaging with them only pulls you into their negative energy. Instead, when you recognize that someone is attempting to humiliate you, take a deep breath, maintain your composure, and remove yourself from the situation with confidence. Your dignity is your greatest asset. When you carry yourself with self-respect, others take notice. People admire those who don't allow themselves to be dragged into unnecessary fights. Over time, your ability to walk away from negativity will build a reputation of strength, maturity, and self-retreat. In the end, it's not about what they said to humiliate you. It's about how you carried yourself in response.